Howdy, y'all. Getting ready for the last day, last minute, last second of this horrible year. Welcome to the last day of 2020. If you survived it, congratulations. If it beat you, go back to the drawing board and do it again. But do it with a 2021 attitude. All right. Let's be real about this. It is the last day of 2020. We should all be happy about this. This is a great day. You lived through it. What more do you got to say about it than that? Tonight, as per every Thursday, Escudo Navy Deluxe. And if anybody was watching yesterday, I'll be reintroducing one of my new and faithful friends. Because I'm going to be here a while, not one, not two, but 3 coins. Oh yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. 3 coins of Escudo in a bowl. Now, I'm not going to roll them as I normally would. I'm going to rub it out a little bit. Rub one out! It's 2021. By the time this video gets banned for that little excerpt from Queen's Fat Bottom Girls, probably will get banned, at least in 4 countries. Let's see, which 4 countries? Iran, Syria, Cuba, and North Korea. Really? Fat Bottom Girls is going to get banned? All of those countries probably do a lot of bicycles, so I thought it was fitting. People who don't want it, well, they don't have to have it. I don't care. By the way, we're going to real quick make sure that this thing works. And I'm going to share it real quick on Twitter. Forgot to do that. All right. Howdy, Todd. Pleasure having you around again. So just in case anybody's wondering, right now I am loading the hell out of this bowl. I'm going to show you the pipe that I'm going to call COVID. It's going to be the co-star on some of my videos. And during this year that's coming up, I'm going to see what I can do about taking it from what it is and making it what it was. What it was a pretty pipe. for about 40 bucks. Don't worry, I didn't spend a lot of money, so I didn't expect it to be like this beautiful thing. But what it became after smoking it just a couple of times is this battered looking piece of junk. I mean, you'd never buy one like that looked like this from a store. Ever. But I've been wanting a saddle stem pipe for a while. I just got a reply saying that my dad finally got on Facebook. It says his name has sent me a friend request on Facebook that I haven't responded to yet, because I haven't seen it yet. And again, it might be somebody else with his name. It's not like it's an uncommon name. He probably got on Facebook just so that he could keep up with his grandchildren. Not my child, funny enough. Remember how I've said before I don't exactly have the greatest of relationships with my parents? Well, there you go. Okay. Very, very barely mounted at the top. It barely holds 3 full coins. Now, I'm getting out of the little Pandora app, and I'm going to show you why I'm wearing the hood. You can see there it says 51 degrees, and I'm going to tell you 2 hours ago it said 68 degrees. So the temperature is falling off like a beast. I know 2 hours ago it said 68 degrees because I was out here in a t-shirt and shorts smoking a small little cigar, and it felt like it was getting colder as I was going along. Now, Todd, I completely agree with you that for a $40 pipe, I'm thinking just sanding it down back to smooth and seeing what's underneath and deciding, do I want to stain it or do I want to polish it or but the first step is getting this old ratty bubbled up, not heat approved, ugly as sin, throw down $40 pipe finish off of there. I got to get that crap off there. Now, when it started, what I wanted was a saddle stemmed pipe, and I mean, I've looked at them for years. I've always said, man, you know, that looks sharp. And then I've been listening to Mike at Briar Blues. By the way, we are tailgating for Mike at Briar Blues. I will be watching his show. So when he decides that he's going live, we're jumping over there. Anybody who doesn't want to go, you're welcome to stay here, but I'll be off the air for the rest of the evening. Because here's my plans. I'm going to smoke this. We're going to converse. Mike from Briar Blues is going to come on. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to watch his show. Maybe eat some dinner in there. I don't know. It kind of depends upon what's going on, how I feel. And then, no and then. And then, no and then. Anyways, and then I'm going over to the Over a Pipe with Martin. Any of y'all who haven't been to Over a Pipe, okay, sorry. That's your luck, not mine. I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably one of the most entertaining shows on YouTube on a regular basis. You can participate, and you might win, you might not. But you can win stuff just for being there. Wait a second, did I just say that right? Yes, you can win stuff just for being there. What's to not like about that? Someone figure that out for me. If you ain't going to Over a Pipe show on a regular basis, you probably don't need to be anymore on my show. Of course, I say that because of all the people who have watched Martin's show the longest, I don't know who it is, but they call him Donald Hughes. Could be because I really like his show. It makes me laugh. It keeps things light and jovial, and in this year, it was well worth it. Well worth it. If you don't know who he is, go back on your YouTube channel. You can do this right now if you want to, it's fine. You go to YouTube, you search for Over space a space pipe. That's all you got to do. Search for that. It'll take you to Martin. I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy it. Well, you got to appreciate dad jokes. Tonight, we're supposed to hear from Little Ninja Marty McFly. I'm rather fond of the kid. He's almost like my youngest nephew. Of course, y'all will never meet my nephews or nieces. Not unless you know me actually in real world. And just happen to be there at the same time as they're with me. It's occasional and it's pretty rare. Hell, I got, by my count, and I guess my count's still pretty accurate, I can still count, I've got 2 nephews and 4 nieces. Yeah. And a bunch of pseudo family that are all YTPCers. Or friends. You know, just, y'all call it the way you want to call it. But we are like a big family here. Alright. Enough of that. I'm hungry. What I'm hungry for is more cowbell. No, escudo. Now, tomorrow, for those of you who are going to catch me tomorrow, because I will be on tomorrow, I don't consider New Year's Day a day off for me. It's just another day that ends in Y. Why? Because I gotta. if you have cigar questions, please, at this point, reserve those cigar questions for tomorrow. I will be very into discussing cigars. Now, that's not to say I will never discuss cigars on Thursday. That's just to say I'm not discussing them tonight. But anybody who wants to have a cigar, tonight's a great night to have one. Just be honest with yourself. If you want a cigar, have a cigar. If you want a bowl of something, have a bowl of something. Oh, real quick, I'm sorry. Let me get the legal out of the way. YouTube requires me to tell y'all people who are under the age of 21 to get the fuck out of here. Actually, they don't tell me I have to say it that way, but if you read the description, it says if you're under the age of 21 or easily offended, be gone with you anyways. Why do I say that about being easily offended? Well, because if you're easily offended, I'm probably going to step on your toes somewhere in the next hour and a half until Mike shows up. When Mike shows up, I guarantee I am going to be out of here in a quick hurry and with purpose. Because this is Tailgating, the show before the show. But I appreciate y'all for showing up. Now, if anybody's got questions, comments, concerns, things you need answers to that you think I might actually know the answer to it, come with it. Do not worry. I do not specifically set out to try and offend you. If you ask me political questions and you think you're going to be offended, I'd suggest just don't do it. If you want to ask me about firearms and you're completely against them, I would suggest not doing it. But if you want to talk about tobacco and pipes and cigars, well, again, I'd prefer that we not grouse on about cigars tonight, but that's because this is the YTPC, which is the YouTube pipe community, not the YTCC, which would be the YouTube cigar community. Is there a YouTube cigar community? Hell if I know, but I'm probably a member without knowing. So for anybody who's wondering about why the ugly pipe, I bought it yesterday. I've had 3 whole bowls in it. Just trying to get it broke in, and not big gigantic bowls. This is actually the most I've actually put in there. Ooh, I'm going to mess up 2 of those words, but Huva Ilta Boris. And I am so happy that you have finally said to 2020. I still have a few more hours. A little over 6 hours before I can give 2020 the one finger salute. And yeah. Oh, don't worry about it, Boris. I'm sure that with my inability to spell, if I start typing it into what did this say in the Finnish in Google, that it's going to get pretty close, and then it'll tell me. It's probably Happy New Year or something very similar to that. I am not going to be a Finnish translator of any sort, but I do attempt. The reason I attempt Finnish is because of Boris. Mostly because I've seen him on so many of my live streams. He's really a great guy to talk to. Kind of guy that can keep you sane, make you famous. Oh wait, that's on Martin's show. I gotta hold off on that. But let's see. I'm not going to be the last person on the planet to reach 2021. So tonight, I'm having Escudo Navy Deluxe, and I'm smoking it in my new acquisition, Ugly Pipe. Yes, I'm calling it my new acquisition, Ugly Pipe. The coating started bubbling up on the very first bowl. I bought it very early yesterday, and to say that I've had 3 bowls in it, I mean, I smoked one almost immediately, and it bubbled up. And then I let it sit for about 4 hours, and I smoked another one. And then this morning, first thing in the morning, with a cup of coffee, I smoked another one. No, I'm not trying to burn through, but on a $40 pipe, I don't expect much. Problem is, it smokes beautifully. It is a champion smoker. It does not take anything to keep it lit. Super light. It's got a nice little saddle bit. Greetings to Fort Worth from Houston. How you doing, TX? With TX and me in the house, we are definitely Texas heavy around here. Even if I am wearing Raiders gear. That's alright. That just means my team did better than any other football team in Texas. And they still have to win one just to break even. Ugh. See, that's awesome. Being able to have a first and a last at the same time. Really being able to say, get the fuck out of here, 2020. I'm looking forward to that myself. My cigar for this evening will be the Guardian of the Farm Night Watch by Angostura Leaf. I might have said their name incorrectly, but that's how I would have said it. I made sure to read it like 15 times to try and figure out how to say it specifically. Very similar to the way that I've been learning a little bit of Finnish, because if I see it enough times, I'm going to learn a little bit of it. Well, Boris, your season is not going as bad as the Cowboys or the Texans. So, I mean, at least the Vikings are still named as a decent team. Yeah, but it wasn't fun last week when they lost badly to the Cowboys. Yeah. I'm not sure I can go on to Kane Rod's show this week. Maybe because I'm going to have to rub that loss to the Cowgirls in. Or the Cryboys, or whatever we want to call the Cowboys. I mean, it's all pretty applicable. Now, they got rid of Tom Landry and went to the huddle, also known as the drug ring. Though I will say, for someone to be against the Cowboys and be in Fort Worth, you, sir, are brave. Even better that you're an Eagles fan and in Fort Worth. I mean, there must be people on a regular basis that are ready to lynch you. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. 7 years of Bill O'Brien. The local team is going to suck for the next 5 years. He traded away key elements for nothing. Look, I mean, my team, okay, my team got rid of Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper at the same time. But I know why. It's because when they thought they had an A1A quarterback in Derek Carr, they ponied up the dough. They said, lock that motherfucker down. We're going to keep him. Okay. You cannot afford to have a franchise-paid quarterback and a franchise-paid linebacker and a franchise-paid wide receiver on the same team. It's too much money. You won't be able to field 53 men because you won't be able to have enough money to make the contracts work. So I understood what they did. But they traded for a ton of draft picks. Bill O'Brien just traded straight 1-for-1. Cheap, ridiculous trades. Shouldn't have ever happened. Oh, is it Jeff? Aromatics? So happy to see you in here. Yes, this is me. This is my normal. Going to be here. Going to be here tomorrow. We're going to be doing cigars tomorrow. And that's because I said I'd be doing cigars on Friday. There will be times when I'm also doing cigars here. But just is what it is. Boris, I agree with you completely. The Raiders did use the draft picks pretty damn well. They didn't gut the farm and leave it fallow. They actually put some people in that they could build back around. And I'm going to say this in the way of reminding everybody. The Patriots, okay, the winningest team in the last 20 years, right? We all know and hate them, or at least I know and hate them. But I'm a fan of what they did. They'd get people, they'd train them up. As soon as they started to make big money, they traded them off. Didn't matter. You're gone. Just go. We can plug and play anybody other than Brady. If you don't believe me, they lost Brady and kept Belichick. Where are they this year? They're not going into the playoffs, and there it is. Guess where the Tampa Bay team, they did pretty damn good. Just saying. Okay, yes, there are other lives tonight. Mike at Briar Blues will be on right after this. Now, of course, that's the reason I do a tailgate on Thursdays right in front of Mike's, is I run this right up until Mike's show starts. Just like a tailgate would be. You go in, you sit down, you converse with friends, you come and go as you please, talk smack, whatever. It's just easy, hanging out. Nothing too crazy. I mean, if y'all want to go crazy, we can go crazy. But it's not my intentions. But, and then right after Mike, 9 o'clock tonight is going to be, 9 o'clock his time, 8 o'clock my time. So that's Eastern time, 9 o'clock. West Coast would be, I want to say 6. And I'm getting confirmation from somebody who actually deals with West Coast BS on a regular basis, my lovely wife. I'm going to tell you, she keeps me straight, smacks me around when I need it. Liar. And if you heard her, she said liar. It's because she doesn't want a broken hand. She doesn't smack me around hardly as much as I deserve, I'm sure. But she's over here laughing and telling me to shut up. Anyways, over a pipe. His show will be on tonight. Basically the same show as always, but he's going to be doing a 3-hour show. He's planning on going from 9 to midnight, and that's East Coast time. So I'm not trying to confuse anybody there. Normally when I say times, if I don't verify it, it's because I'm talking about Central. Hey, I'm in Houston. I'm in the Central time zone. I'm smack dab in the middle of the Central time zone. It takes me the same amount of time to leave if I go east or west. And it's a long damn way. But, yes, Martin's Live will be tonight. And, hey, he's on here. Howdy, Martin. How you doing? Definitely tailgating for Mike and basically for Martin. So that's why I'm touching on both of their lives. I know I'm going to be there for the whole show at Martin's show because, well, I've now reached the top level and I might as well continue. He's going to have to rezone his levels at some point, and I plan to be at the top of the level. Just, yeah, because I'm a winner. And according to the movie The Rock, Carla was the prom queen. My unfortunate mess is that I'd probably end up with Carla from Cheers. Oh, levels go past 100 total hours. So, yeah, plenty for me to work on. I'm somewhere in that 10-hour range since the timing ticker thing started. Oh, Martin's going to try and have a show tomorrow also, but no promises. All right. No big deal if you do or you don't. I will be on either way. In my normal little 3 to 4 time slot. I attempt to start at about the same time as per normal. Give or take about 30 minutes for this particular show, the Thursday night show. Sometimes I don't actually have a full hour and a half to really be just on here, whether I'm busy doing stuff or whatever. But with it being kind of chilly and soggy around here, I didn't have much to do, and just didn't feel really top notch all day. The weather makes these old joints start hurting, and so my back, my knees, my fingers, my toes, just about everything's hurting. But don't worry, it's not COVID. They ain't found a way to kill me yet, and I don't think they're gonna try. All right. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, those HC Corojos, they're not bad. They're not bad at all. Oh, Martin, I'm not sure that the link's actually going to post on live chat, but so let's see, what time is it now? According to mine, it is 5:36. So Martin should be on in, yeah, about 2.5 hours, about. And whether that cuts into Mike's at Briar Blues or not, I'm not. That's between Mike and Martin. I'm staying out of that fight. It's not really a fight. We're all family here. We all pretty much get along. At least I think we all pretty much get along. In case y'all are wondering about the rattle box, my wife is trying to get my fat cat in, and normally shaking the cookie box drags him in like a bullet. Oh, and here he comes. It's like she called him with one of those little clicker things that makes him come no matter what they do. Howdy, Mike. How are we doing today? All right. So, Mike at Briar Blues, whenever you're ready to go live, if you will let me know, I am going to try and go ahead and get your YouTube channel pulled up. I made sure to charge the stuffings out of my little tablet, so I've got plenty of time here. Not a big deal. Again, tailgate is tailgate. My show can be cut as short as we need to. Mike, if you've got a lot of stuff you want to get out there and say, I am completely cool with saying, hey, we could chop it short or whatever. Okay, so Mike's going on in about 20 minutes. Not a big deal. That's plenty of time. I mean, that's why I started a little early, just in case this was one of those situations where we needed me to be in and out of here. And if I do a 15-minute tailgate and Martin and Mike are ready to start their shows, then that's what we get. Unfortunately, I don't foresee exactly everything that everybody wants to do. So Martin is also now quoting that he's not going to just jump on there until for certain that Mike is ready to jump out. And I'm not trying to push anybody to jump in and jump out earlier or whatever. If y'all need me to do 2 hours, I can do 2 hours. But I got a big old bowl here, and I'm going to plan to smoke it for a while. And yes, if y'all are looking at that pipe and going, damn, that sucker's ugly. Yes, it is. It was pretty, but it got ugly quick. By the way, just in case we are looking, if you are looking for the Briar Blues show, you are looking for that. That's what you should be looking for. That's where Briar Blues will be going live. It says New Year's Eve with Briar Blues. And yeah, so, you know, it is what it is. Yes, that's exactly what it is. That lacquer peeling finish is... Anyways, I'm going to sand it. If you're wondering what I'm doing over here, I've got to... I got to figure out how to change these letters from white to some other color, because when they go up the door frame right here, it blocks out. And if I move my shoulder just a little bit, I can only get the bottom 2 comments, and if I've got 3 or 4 of them that popped up really quick, then I lose all of it. So, okay, that's what I thought the best option would probably be, to just go ahead and sand it off. I plan on just starting with a really, really fine grit, because I'm not trying to take off anything but the lacquer. I'm not trying to go down into the meat of the pipe. It's super light. It's nice. Yeah, so it's already ugly. I don't think I'm going to go with the lacquer thinner. Oh, I was thinking just go straight to the 800 grit. But I've got one of those little... it used to be that they made them for bone saws, but basically it's just a little blade that vibrates back and forth, but it's got a sanding attachment, and I can get any sanding thing on there at all, and it does, you know, about 1,000 beats of... feels like 1,000 beats a second. It's crazy fast. I use it all the time, but normally I just use it for smoothing out rough edges on stuff. Okay, so 800 grit damp will polish but not remove. Okay, well that's good to know. Okay, so yeah, I am watching you. You said start with 150 and move up to like 600. Well, that's true too. I've actually got a few spots where it started to chip and peel out all on its own. Um, and I'm not smoking it hot. As you can see, I've actually been able to, every smoke that I've had on it, this is the fourth one. Okay, so every smoke that I've had it in my hand the whole time. It has not gotten hot. But here I am with this ugly lacquer peeling off, and it's just like, okay, well, that's what I get for getting a $40 pipe. What am I supposed to tell you? All right, so steadily go up, 150 to start, work a little closer, a little closer, a little closer. When I get all of it off of there, I might switch it over to 800 then, and just real quick polish basically. Now, you said wet. So do I just like spritz it with a little water and zip, zip, zip? Okay, so that's what I thought the problem was. I agree, Martin. No pipe at all is worse than a $40 pipe. Luckily, no stamping. So just damp. So, like one of the spray bottles, and give it a mist into the air and just kind of wave it around in the mist and then sand on it. Okay, yeah, that seems good. But yeah, there was no stamping on this. This is just dabbing it in water. I can do that. It's not a problem. Not a problem, but anyway you would. Heck, this is the second video where I've actually discussed on it, so I'm not worried. I figured I would ask you tonight during your live, or if Philip Rivaro was there. This is something that I'm planning on. Basically, I'm going to do one step of whatever, and then I'm going to make a video showing, hey, look, this was a little bit before, and this was a little bit after. So about once a week, I'm going to make a video saying, look, this is all I've done. I can wait until the Sunday live. That's not a problem at all. Being that you're on here and I'm actually able to throw these questions at you. Now, I was thinking, being that this is going to be one of mine and I'm not going to put a lacquer coat or anything else back on it, I was thinking about real lightly with a very sharp knife, just doing some fine detailed carving on it. And I mean real lightly. But I don't know if that's going to affect the briar. Okay, I will be there if I can be. I can't guarantee the wife's going to allow my schedule to be like that I get to everybody's show. I wish she would always allow me to, but oh. How does Mike say it? She who must be obeyed. And Lord knows, I sleep and she has cast iron skillets. I am not sleeping that hard. Oh, yeah. She who is trying to teach me to obey. You'd think if the sergeants in boot camp couldn't quite do it, she doesn't have a chance. Oh, they did a marvelous job. I'm completely lying about that statement. Trust me. They said jump. I literally was screaming how high, and I wasn't coming down until they gave me an answer. It only takes one drill sergeant to be putting a boot in your ass to make you decide that if they say jump, you jump. Yes, but sergeants can give you the same parts that your wife's has. A little sticking boot to ass for Uncle Sam. They do it real well. Martin, I did see that your wife will be on tonight too, so I will keep it clean-ish. Not a problem. And Mike, I am watching, so we will be there. Just as soon as I know that you're on, I'm jumping off of here. Well, y'all remember, it does not say that husbands obey your wife. Of course, also remember that it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. I bought a Harley once. You buy the Harley. You pull up into the driveway. She comes out with that look on her face, and you say, well, we've already got the payments, babe. I'm sorry. What's she going to do? Tell you to take it back? You can't. You ain't going to get the money back. They're still going to want the whole payment. Done deal at that stage. Oh, man, we got up to 7 people in here tonight. That's pretty good for a night when most people are out doing stuff for their own selves. Well, even better is the fact that she was 15-ish states away. I bought it in Nashua, New Hampshire, and she was in Texas. Nothing she could say. Of course, when I bought it, she was thinking about going on the road with me, and then her dad died. So lots of stuff changed. Martin, what do you think we do on Friday? There is 3 o'clock tailgating for yardism. There is 4 o'clock to 7 yardism. There is 7 to whenever he finishes cane rod. Then there is Martin at over a pipe. That is 4. And it goes from 3 o'clock my time to 10 o'clock my time. That is much longer than we're actually going to do on a regular basis. But it's the same amount of hours that we're planning on doing tonight. Actually, -1. So, because you should be off of there by, what, 11 o'clock my time? So, you're good, Martin. Look, guys, you really want to know how to get your wife to approve you having the Harley? All you got to do, get her in her best looking, tightest fitting jeans, put her on the back of it, go about 30, 35 miles, just some loop, whatever, come back, park it in the driveway. She's going to let you have it after that. Okay, Mike just started his show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for showing up. We're going to see more about this pipe. I am going to answer that question, Todd. Just a second. Hey, Don, push for you, dude.
Hello, Nicholas. Happy New Year.
Yes, I actually reply to everybody that leaves messages on my videos, unless you're leaving. Go to this site for sex, or whatever those stupid messages are. But other than that, I do answer just about all of them, because I only have a little over 100 viewers, so I've got all the time in the world to answer those questions. Leave any comments y'all like. I appreciate it. As per always, long lives, big bowls, and long ashes. Y'all take care. I'll see you over on Mike's show real soon. Thanks, and bye-bye now.